Okay, Sevenfold again. Nobody, their new song. It's not exactly easy, but it's not that hard either. The song's got four main sections. We've got our double hi-hat groove, our open hi-hat groove, our double bell groove, and the ending. There's a link to the sheet music that I'm using today in the description of the video. I'm going to take you through each part at three different speeds. We've got 90 BPM, 120 BPM, and 150 BPM. So the first thing we've got here is 2 bars of 16th hi-hats. The hardest thing about the hi-hats is trying to play them without accenting anything. So we don't want any accents, we don't want to accent the beat, we want everything to be nice and even. Alright, section 1. It's fairly easy. We've got 16th hi-hats, but it's half time. So your snare is on beat 3 instead of beat 2. The hardest bit here is in the second bar. We've got this double kick, which hopefully you can see my mouse on. The easiest way to think about this is the first kick is on a right hand, the second kick is on a left hand. Our first fill. Alright, we've got 2 in our feet, 2 in our hands, 2 in our feet, 4 in our hands. The hardest thing here is the double bass drums are played with single pedal, just your right foot, because your left foot is needed to keep the hi-hats closed. Section 2, probably the easiest bit of the song. Open hi-hats, we've got single kick, snare, double kick, snare. Alright, second fill. We're moving down the toms. There's a kick into a snare and crash. Third fill. We've got right, left, right kick, right, left, right, left. Alright, section 3. This is probably the hardest section, apart from the ending. In my cover of this, I used 2 ride cymbals, so I had 2 ride cymbal bells to use. I'm going to use this bell here, and I'm going to use the bell of this crash just for this tutorial, because my other ride cymbal's being used elsewhere. If you're struggling to find where these 2 bass drums line up here, it's the first right and the second right of the bar. Alright, next fill. We've got double kick, followed by 2 on each drum around the kit. The next fill is the same as earlier. We've got right, left, right kick, right, left, right, left. But check those toms out there. We've got floor tom at the same time as our double kick at the start of the bar. I play that on my left hand. Our next fill is in the middle of a 16th hi-hat section. We've got double kick, then I like to do 2 on my first tom, 2 on my second tom, and then 4 on my floor tom. They're all semiquavers. The next fill's a weird one. I struggled with this one a little bit. We've got double kick, right, left, right kick, dun, 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 dun. So 2 on there, 2 on there. This next fill is one of my favourites in the song. We've got double kick, followed by 2 snares, double kick, followed by 4 snares. Then we've got 3 crashes, and we need to get back into our 16th section. Alright, I forgot about these bits. We've got double kick going into 2 toms. You can use your first tom and your floor tom, or your second tom and your floor tom, but it wants to be nice and loud, nice and powerful, a big accent to end the sections. This fills in the double bell section. We're basically going to move around the kit twice. So we're going to go down the toms first. I do 4 on my first tom, 2 on my second tom, and then I go back to the snare drum, and I go 2 on each drum around the kit. This next fill is classic Brooks. We've got kick, followed by right left on your first tom, then kick, followed by right left on your second tom, double kick, and then 2 on each drum around the kit. This next fill I nicknamed the Monster. We've got right left right kick on our first tom, right left right kick on our second tom, followed by snare and crash. Then we're going to move down the toms, 2 on each one. Then we're going to cross over like this, right left kick kick, right left kick kick. This one is a repeat of the one that we did earlier in the bell section. I'll go over it again just to make sure you know what I mean. Alright, the ending section, finally. So, the weirdest thing here is, once we start on the hi-hats, there is a little bit of a tempo change. So for about a bar and a half, we're playing just slightly faster than 150 BPM. I can't do that with my metronome, so what I'm going to do instead is, I'm just going to play everything at the 3 tempos that I set, because I want to show you guys where the accents are on the cymbals. The first one's on beat 3, I'm going to use this splash, and the next one is on beat 1. I use this guy over here, but you can use just a crash cymbal, any cymbal you like, really. Here's our first little bit of double pedal so far in this song. We're going to start with closed hi-hats. Then at the start of the second bar, we're going to gradually open them. Then we're going to play 2 sets of 4 on our double pedal. And we're going to put a splash cymbal on beat 3. If we haven't got a splash, just hit a crash cymbal. It doesn't matter. Alright, this next bit can be quite tricky. So all the way through the song, we've been trying to keep our hi-hats as uniform as possible. No accents or anything. Well, that changes now. Now we're going to accent the beat. 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. And what you're probably going to struggle with at first is these 2 little kicks here. So that first kick there is on a left hand. The snare there is obviously on the right hand. And then this kick is on the left hand as well. This double kick here should be nice and easy. That's the same as earlier. Hopefully you're used to that by now. But take your time with these 2 here and focus on which hand the bass drum falls on. The fill coming out of this section is super fun to play. We're going to have right left on the hi-hat, followed by snare, then left left on the hi-hat, followed by your tom, left left on the hi-hat, followed by the second tom, left left on the hi-hat, followed by a kick into a set of 4 on the snare. It's quite a lot to take in there, so start slow, speed it up gradually. This next bit is absolutely mental. The bass drums are really awkwardly placed, so I'm going to take you through them one at a time. So these 2 here now should be really easy. This is going to be right left. That bass drum there is going to be on this left hand. That bass drum there is a right hand. This one is a right. That one's a left. This one's a left. And then right at the end of the bar here, we have a little splash cymbal. I haven't got a splash set up on my left side at the moment, so I'm just going to use this crash with my left hand. And hopefully I can play that at speed using this thing. So this kick here, which is on the at of beat 2, played on the left hand, we only play that the very first time we play that groove. After that, every other time that we play it, the bass drum is on the right hand and it's on the and of beat 2 instead of the ah. So we've moved it one closer. It's slightly easier to play, I would say. Instead of having to wait for that extra semiquaver, it's just nice and easy on the right hand. This next fill is crazy. So I've got double kick followed by 4 snares, followed by a single kick. Then I'm going to move up to the first tom and play left right. It has to be left right. Followed by a short rest and then double kick again. Then I've got snare and second tom together, kick, snare and floor tom together, short rest again, double kick. Then I'm going to move down the toms, 2 on each one as we go. Once you're comfortable with that, if you want to add another level of complexity, you can add the hi-hat pedal in on beat 3 and beat 4 of the first bar, and then every beat of the second bar. Alright, the juicy bit. I'm going to count most of this to hopefully help you guys understand it. So this is 1, a 2, and a 3. This rest note here would be beat 4. So this is and. This rest note here is beat 1, which makes this E. And then because it's dotted, this is 2, a 3, and here's beat 4, that riding kick. So we've got triplets here, semi-quiver triplets. This, I'm playing this as a 6-stroke roll off of my ride. So this is going to be, I may add this in on the sheet music, so check the link in the description, but this is going to be right, left, left, right, right, and then this last snare there, you can't really see it because of the little thing in MuseScore there, but that last snare is accented. So I'm going to play that on my left hand, and then if I look at the next bar, which I'm just going to quickly put on screen for you guys, the next bar there, we've got a crash. So I'm going to accent that left off of that last snare, and then my right hand is going to be the crash cymbal. So I'm going left, right. So in this next section, I'm not really going to tell you guys which cymbals to use. Everybody has a different cymbal setup, and Brooks is using a very specific stack cymbal, which sounds like he's choking a lot when he's not. The only one that I would really follow in the sheet music is where I've notated bells of the ride cymbal. They are pretty accurate. So for the next 2 bars, we're going to get rid of that sort of Latin feel, and we're just going to play some straight quavers. So I'm going to count this for you guys. It's 1 and 2, a 3. There's beat 4 again. So and, E, 2, a 3, a 4, E, and a. So this kick here was throwing me off quite a lot. That's just before dun 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 dun, which is 2 on the first tom, 2 on the second tom. So the next 2 bars then, we've got 3 crashes in a row. I'm going to count this really quickly. We've got 1 and 2, a 3, there's beat 4, and E, 2, a 3, and 4 triplet and triplet. So those triplets at the end are all on the first tom. It's just playing a set of 6 on this first tom. So the next 2 bars, we've got 3 kicks. We've got a crash on our first kick and a crash on our third kick, followed by a hi-hat choke with a snare and a kick at the same time. Then we've got our same accent pattern as before, and E, 2. And then right at the end of the bar, we've got some demi-semi-quavers. So we're going to go onto the second tom, and we're going to go right-left crash. It's quite fast. And then floor tom or third tom, right-left crash. On the next 2 bars, we're going to get rid of the accent pattern that we've had all the way through this section, and the crash is going to be a little bit more simple. If you look at the double kicks here, we've got some semi-quaver triplet kicks going into our crash. But this is what interests me. So this flam here is going to be really lazy. And then if we look right at the end of the bar here, we've got double kick going into an inverted flamadiddle. So I should have really notated those first 2 there as a flam, but I haven't. I'm doing left-handed flam here for the first and second tom, and then I'm doing right on the second tom, and my left is on the floor tom. final 2 bars of this crazy ending. So we've got 3 crashes again, followed by an A on the bass into beat 2, and then we've got our old accent pattern back. But take note of where that bell is there on the E. Leave that bell in, definitely. Followed by a crash on 2, obviously, then A, 3, and then right at the end there, we've just got 4 and on the ride cymbal. The mix here was really hard to tell what he was doing in the song. This was the most I could hear that he was doing. And the last fill of the song. So we're going to start with a kick. We're going to move up to the first tom. We're going to play 4 notes on the first tom. Moving to the second tom, we're going to play 2 notes, followed by another kick. And then I'm going to play 2 notes back on the first tom. And now here is where I was flamming. I'm doing a left-handed flam across the floor tom and the second tom, followed up by a right. So it's like an inverted flam tap. So left-handed flam, right, and then I'm moving up to, you can pick a cymbal of your choice. I'm using this guy again. And I'm going snare with it at the same time. So snare and crash, followed by a kick, snare and crash again, double kick, 1 final snare and crash, and then move down the toms. 4 on the first tom, 2 here, 2 here. If you get comfortable with it, try and add the left foot in on the last beat 3 and beat 4 of the entire song. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video has helped in any way, then please give it a like. And if you're interested in this type of content, subscribe as well. I've got more drum covers coming. I'm going to keep this series going. And I've got more live streams coming up as well. Cheers for watching.